What's good? We back. It's TBC, the Boston Clinic in the building. I know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back. Speaking on Brian McIntyre, trainer, one of the trainers of Terrence Bud Crawford, the more vocal one, and coach Derrick James, who coaches Errol Spencer, Jamel Charlo, Robert Brandt, as well. Talking about who the better coach, and for Bo-Mac, the only father he really works with right now is Terrence Crawford that we know of. I know he just started working with Jamel Herring. And he's done a wonderful job with Terrence. I think he's been with Terrence since the beginning. And Terrence is a technical marvel. I've been saying that Terrence the last 2 or 3 fights has definitely made an improvement and closed the gap in some of his deficiencies. And Bomac is very vocal. He's very confident, and he's very vocal as well. And he's a damn good trainer. He was in the running for trainer of the year for me as well, right up there with Andre Rozier, Robert Garcia. We gave it to Derrick James. We all voted, and everybody felt that Derrick James should get that respect. And a lot of trainers and a lot of people out there disrespecting Derrick James. And Derrick James is a guy, if you talk boxing with him, he knows his boxing. He was a former boxer. I think Bomac was a former boxer as well. And what he's done, not only with Errol Spence to prove the haters right one more time with Jamel Charlo, what he's done with those two is great. I see the difference with Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo was just a reassurance of what he engraved with Terrence Crawford. Jamel was more of a boxer, puncher, mover. And when he got to Derrick James, he wanted to improve his offense, and that's why he left Ronnie Shields, because of the money split. And when he changed, the money, and then he wanted to train closer to Dallas. And, that's what you kind of can see, that I was wondering to see what type of influence Derrick James would have on him. He made him a better fighter, a better offensive fighter. Ronnie Shields and Lara laid that defensive work down for him. But, now he's more of an offensive marvel. And if he needs to box and move, he can always revert back to being the old Ronnie Shields type of Jamel Charlo he was. And Brian McIntyre, Bomac, is going to be seeing when he continues to get more talent like Jamal Herring, what type of talent he could develop. Because the sign of a good coach is, building a guy from the ground up, starting from the amateurs and build them up and take them to the pros. And you see a lot of guys like Freddie Roach, he get guys in the middle of their career. He doesn't grind with them in the amateurs. And we're able to grind with a guy from the beginning all the way to the pros. That shows you, And you do have instances where guys in professional ranks can show you how to be a better professional than amateur. Joel Diaz turned Timothy Bradley into a way better professional fighter than he was an amateur. Nobody had the expectations for Timothy Bradley to do what he did. And, Derrick James been with, Earl Spence for a while. I think he might have been with Earl Spence from the beginning or close to the beginning, but he's definitely a great trainer. And both of these guys are probably spearheading and going in the direction of clashing. Derrick James ain't good with the wordplay. We seen what Dominic Ingle was able to, out talking about at the end of the day. Derrick James had the last laugh in the ring with Errol Spence trumping Kell Brook, and Bomac threw some shots acting like he didn't know who Derrick James was. And a lot of people always come at Derrick James, for whatever reason he is. He ain't a real vocal guy, but guess what? He knows boxing, and guess what? He got one of the better boxers, two of the better boxers in the world, in Jamel and Errol Spence. And, you can't deny his work. And if you question his work with Errol Spence, you ain't got to look too far behind and look at Jamel Charlo and look what he's done with him. And, people going to keep disrespecting Derrick James, and I'm pretty sure he's going to keep proving the haters wrong. And Brian McIntyre going to have to put some respect on his name if Derrick James, Errol Spence come in there and let a smack him down on Terrence Crawford's Rudy Poo. But if Bomac get the upper hand with Terrence Crawford, I won't be surprised. Good. Another sign of a good coach is, when you watch a fighter and they still not even when Crawford's not even in the developmental stage no more. But you watch a fighter like Crawford be a champion and he's still getting better, he's still closing deficiencies. That's what I see from Crawford. He's working on his weaknesses and he's continuing to get better. And that's the product of Bomac and the two other trainers that he do have. They're able to really analyze their own fighter, knowing they got to get better at. And I'm pretty sure they calculate and know what type of style they want to fight at 147 and know what he brings to the table. Both of these guys gonna get the most notoriety, gonna get a lot of notoriety, and we all know that. But once they get to that stage, and they get to them premier fights, at 47, you're gonna be hearing these names a lot. You're gonna hear Brian McIntyre talk a lot. Coming to the Jeff Horn fight, they beat Jeff Horn. Probably going to a Pacquiao fight. Probably go to a Jose Benavidez fight. You'll hear Derrick James going into June 16th. Ray Robinson, Carlos Ocampo, whoever it may be, later in the year. Then you're gonna be hearing about the Keith Thurman fight. So they both gonna get their notoriety. But right now, Derrick James got the upper hand for me. It ain't saying that he is gonna be the ultimate de facto better coach, but he's showing with 2 fighters and 3 Robert Brandt what he did before he lost to Yerman Berman, who was a light heavyweight. He's shown that he's done it with multiple fighters. We gotta see Bomac. His stable gonna continue to grow because he's training Jamel Herring, and if he do good with Jamel Herring, continue to do good with Terrence Crawford, he gonna continue to get the better fighters as well. But Derrick James is definitely on top of his game. It's the guy I'm gonna take over Bomac right now. But Bomac is definitely coming. It's gonna be the fact that Bomac getting more pupils, and I'm telling you, they coming because they seeing what he's doing with Crawford. Everybody want to be a part of that. But right now, it's Derrick James. We gonna.